Hey everybody, this is Neil Thompson, and as you can see, this is, maybe as you can hear, this is a solo episode. Although I will have some interviews coming up in the next few weeks. I just did one today, actually, so it should be released in the next couple of weeks, and then I'm doing another one next week, which should be then released in the next couple of weeks too. They should be really interesting. The one I did today, I really enjoyed. So, what are we going to talk about today, or what am I going to talk about today? Well, as you all know, most of the videos that, or most of the videos or podcast episodes that you've either watched or listened to have been interviews, and as I mentioned, a couple more are on the way. But what I really want to talk about is what I've been up to with Teach the Geek. As some of you may know, it started off with a course called Teach the Geek to Speak. I often mentioned it, or in fact, I always mention it at the beginning and end of all of my interviews. But I really wanted to develop something that was more ongoing as opposed to just a one-off course. God knows I've partaked in a number of courses that I never finished. So the idea of having something that was more ongoing was appealing to me, which is why I've developed the Teach the Geek to Speak Society. Essentially, it is a monthly membership, and you can find out more about it at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. And it's easy to find once you get to the website. What essentially it is, as I mentioned, it's a membership. It's monthly. It includes the course, so you still get access to the course, but then you also get a private community and then monthly calls. So then you can be in a monthly group calls. So essentially, you can ask questions, get questions answered, all those kind of persnickety questions that you have about public speaking that could potentially, ramp up your career or whatever endeavors you have as a STEM professional. I'm really excited about it. I just launched it maybe a week or so ago, so it's still fairly new. So please, if you want to learn more about it, you can go to teachthegeek.com. And then another thing I wanted to mention was Clubhouse. So for those of you that don't know, Clubhouse is an app. It's been available for maybe close to a year now, but although I've been on it for a few months, and for the longest while, I was just lurking, going into rooms, listening, not doing all that much. Last week, I decided to form my own club, and it's called Teach the Geek to Speak. Shocker, right? But essentially, it's geared towards people like me, people that work in the STEM fields. For those of you that may not know, I used to work as an engineer in medical devices, and it helps with public speaking. The goal of the room is to really provide, well, firstly, it's to for people to come to the stage and ask the people on the stage questions, public speaking related questions. And then another aspect of it that I really like is I have a bank of questions that I can ask people, and it gives you an opportunity to practice answering questions off the cuff. I know, from at least for myself, the prepared speeches or presentations that I often have to give, at least I have some time to practice them. But answering questions that you weren't prepared for, that's a totally different beast. And if in my opinion, if you're able to do that, then the prepared speeches or presentations are a cakewalk. So I really am a big fan of the room, obviously, since I started it. So if you are on Clubhouse, please go check out the room. I do it every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific. We usually go for an hour and a half, based on the interest. Of course, I've only done it twice so far, so hopefully more interest will come of it. A lot of people showed up this last time. I just did it, I guess, a few days ago, this past Monday, and the turnout was way better than the first time. So hopefully we'll just improve from there, and the momentum will just keep going in our favor. So that's really what I wanted to say. I wanted to let you all know about Teach the Geek to Speak Society, offering ongoing support to those in the STEM fields with their public speaking. And then also the Clubhouse room, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Come in there. You can, like me, you can stay in the audience and just listen, or you can come to the stage, ask a question, or answer a question. Until next time, everybody, take care.